Hi, I'm Congressman John Campbell, representing the 45th District of California, and I am the subcommittee chairman in the House Financial Services Subcommittee on Monetary Policy and Trade. This week, the full committee chairman, Jeb Hensling of Texas, and I announced that we are beginning a process of rigorous oversight and investigation of the Federal Reserve to determine, we believe that this will lead to some legislation, or could lead to legislation, doesn't have to, but could lead to legislation that maybe changes the way the Federal Reserve operates. This week is the 100th anniversary of the Federal Reserve, and this sort of investigation, this sort of oversight has really not been done in decades. And the Federal Reserve is a very different entity today than when it was chartered 100 years ago. And we think it's time to take a look and say, well, all the new things the Federal Reserve is doing, are these the right things for it to do? Has it changed in a good way? Has it changed in a bad way? Is it following the charter that Congress set out for it? Or should Congress perhaps change that charter? Is the charter that Congress set out for it the right thing for the Federal Reserve to do now and in the future? This is not a situation where we know exactly what we think ought to happen or what we ought to do, but we're holding these hearings so we can find out, so we can understand better if there are changes necessary for the Federal Reserve and what they might be. So we hope you will find this all interesting as we get into it over the next few years, next few months, and over the next year, to look into the Federal Reserve with this oversight, because the Federal Reserve is an independent entity, and it should be independent, but it's not unaccountable. And it's accountable to the American people, and that's what this process is about. Are we doing the right things there? Have we given them the right charter there? Have we given them the right instructions? Or is there something perhaps we can do better? Be back with you in another 6 months or so and let you know what we think we find out. Thanks very much.